Hello, Leo. This is your love and relationship reading for February 2016. I am doing this special reading because Valentine's Day is coming up. And I usually, out of this tarot readings that I do give, most of them are about love. So I thought it would be nice if I could just focus on love for this month. I'm using a very special deck here. This is the Golden Tarot deck, and it depicts late Middle Ages, early Renaissance artwork. It's very Elizabethan feel to it. So I'll be using this special deck. And in addition to the reading, I'm also going to use my Angel Oracle cards to give wisdom and insight to the reading. So, without further ado, Leo, I'm going to cut your cards here. Okay, so your first card is Page of Swords reversed. Now, Page of Swords is usually the card of truthful communication, honesty. Um, it can also mean delays. Now, this is in reverse. So there could either be extended delays and also a hiding of the truth, that there's information that is not clear, that's not getting to you. We have Nine of Cups. See how beautiful that is? This is the Wish card. This is the Contentment card, getting what you want. We have the Hierophant, and that is in reverse. We have the Moon. This is so beautiful. Okay, so the Moon is about fears, subconscious messages, also old wounds and memories from the past that come back to haunt you. That is in reverse. So maybe some fears are being reversed here, even though it seems as if honesty and trust is not coming back just yet. We have the Queen of Coins. Now, Leo, you are a fire sign. You're a wand. So far I have not seen um, any wands yet. So you have this Queen of Coins that will be in the center of your reading. Uh, Next card, we have the Judgment card. Okay, so there's going to be a significant event happening in your relationship or love issues. And it's interesting that this is mirroring the Hierophant. So far you have 3 major arcana cards out of 6. You have the Fool in reverse. Okay. So, this Fool, we know that the Fool, if you've been looking at the other readings, you know that the Fool is a new beginning. It's taking risks. Um, taking a risk of adventure. Okay, so that is in reverse as well. The Tower, that's in reverse. A lot of major arcana cards, and quite a few of them in reverse. So far you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcana cards. there are some significant events happening for you, Leo. And then the Hangman, six major arcana cards, and this is upright. As you know, the Hangman is about um, being an emotional sacrifice, having to deal with a chaotic situation or having to adapt to a situation at the expense of your emotional happiness. And it's never a pleasant thing. And so, if I look at what story the major arcana cards are telling, we go to the Hierophant, which is in reverse. This is a lack of stability. The Hierophant means tradition. It's sort of like the active energy. The High Priestess is internal and passive, and it's sort of like a mystic energy. The Hierophant is an outward display of faith and tradition and beliefs. The High Priestess is an internal um, embodiment of faith and beliefs and intuition. But the Hierophant is more of an outward display. It's the outward structure of faith and tradition. And sometimes this means family and marriage, and this is turned upside down. So, Leo, there might be an issue with structure and tradition and moral values here and people doing the right thing. And I think this corresponds to the fact that you have this Page of Swords upside down as well. Because as I said before, this Page of Swords is usually upright, meaning a card of truth, truthful communication. And then we have this Nine of Cups here. This is the card of contentment and wishing. Um, it can be a card of selfishness sometimes, but I'll get back to that. Now, you have the moon in reverse. This means a cutting off from the subconscious. It can mean a release of fears. And the fact that you're heading into this judgment card, um, it's interesting. The judgment, the fool, and the tower all mean situations where you start over and you begin again. The judgment is referring to a significant event that brings a new resurrection that begins a new life. Sometimes that can be a baby, someone gets pregnant. That's a significant event. Sometimes it can mean a marriage. Sometimes it can mean a divorce. But the judgment deals with decisions that have been made, actions that have been taken that bring an event that changes your life for good. And you're going to start you have to begin this new life. Now, this moon means there's no fear, that there's no this subconscious energy that's affecting people in their dreams that can hold them back. There's none of that going on here. Um, so when I look at what's going on here with the lack of tradition, the lack of fear, and then we have this significant event happening. This Queen of Cups might be central to what's going on in the relationship. This Queen of Coins, um, actually, I say Queen of Cups, it's Queen of Coins. This is someone who is very logical and practical. Coins in certain tarot decks can mean pentacles, and pentacles and coins represent the energy of the earth. So this Queen of Coins is very practical. She's logical and rational. She's also a prosperous woman. She's a very disciplined woman as well. She can represent a businesswoman or someone who's very smart with money as well. But she's definitely practical and nurturing. And so this relationship seems to be about the energy of this Queen of Coins that's right in the middle of the spread here. And this could represent the energy of a man or a woman. It can represent the energy of the relationship. But I'm looking at this Judgment card, and maybe the ignoring of the moon, it could be a good thing, but I definitely feel like this instability with truth or a lack of faith or trust. Um, Nine of Cups is focused on the ego, what we want, and it could be that going into this relationship with the Queen of Coins or whatever this relationship is, that we're ignoring the truth, we're ignoring our beliefs, we're ignoring what we've been taught or what we know to be true, because this Nine of Cups is about what we want. And so it's very important, Leo, that um, we don't ignore lessons. We don't ignore sometimes when our subconscious speaks up, that is a good thing. Okay. Sometimes, when we suppress fears, but sometimes when our dreams speak up, sometimes when our warning bells go off, that can certainly be the energy of the moon. Sometimes we need to pay attention to that. And so maybe the moon is trying to get across a certain truth, because the Hierophant, Page of Swords, and the moon seem to be reversed here. And it seems as if there's a certain truth about what you know and what you believe. And this is certainly a subconscious belief, something that's been rooted in your um, thinking for quite a while, that maybe you're ignoring your inner nature, the truth of your inner nature, because of this relationship. And so, this Judgment card, based on that energy, this Judgment card is going to bring the situation to a head, either way, with this romance or this relationship. And this could actually be a positive thing with the Judgment card. But when you go ahead and look at the other major arcana cards, and this necessarily might not even be about you, it could be about this particular woman as well, or this particular person. But we have the Fool. We have a situation where it's not taking a new risk or a new adventure or even moving on. It's about staying put and not taking the risk. Likewise, with the Tower, it means like the fact that these two are together and that they're both reversed. The Tower means, and I've explained this in other videos, where the Tower is about our egos getting out of control, and then things, sometimes we can blindly follow a path and then everything gets knocked down again. And you see the destruction in the Tower, this chaos, and certain events that come along that can sort of knock things down. And so the fact that, it seems as if with the Fool, there is no risk taking. At the same time, it seems as if this Tower means that we're still building. Whatever this process is or whatever's going on in this relationship, we're still indulging our ego and what we want, or maybe we're giving in to the ego of someone else, not realizing that this is going to put us in a really difficult situation here. I'm thinking this Judgment card could mean a really difficult event that comes up that is going to change your life or change the relationship permanently, baby or divorce or whatever. But whatever is going to be happening here with these huge changes and upheavals, or the fact that this Fallen Tower means that you're still staying on the same path, there's not going to be any starting over or new changes, but it does mean that this Judgment card, there is going to be a change, but how you're going to react to it I think is it's going to be interesting. Um, Maybe a disaster will be avoided, and maybe the fact that the Fool is in reverse means that there's no risk taking, and maybe that's the wise thing to do. But it does seem that because you have this Hangman upright, that the relationship might give you a lot of emotional turmoil because you're not going anywhere. You're still trying to build, you're still trying to make this relationship work. And it could be a very positive thing as well that maybe you're rebuilding. This judgment card could mean that you are rebuilding faith, you are rebuilding tradition. It could mean that you're rebuilding a family. Also, if you are single, this judgment card could mean that a relationship could be happening for you. Okay. And this hangman means that maybe dating or meeting someone or this new relationship will put you in a little bit of turmoil here. Maybe you'll fall in love. Um, but this Queen of Coins is going to be pretty significant to these events here. It's going to be life-changing. But also, don't ignore your gut instinct as well. Okay. Um, don't ignore your subconscious and don't ignore the warning bells that go off and just proceed um, and just give up your heart. I think, Leo, you're very passionate and you're a fire sign. And once you fall in love and you're committed, I think you do follow through on that. Um, and I think sometimes you're very confident, but sometimes it helps to be a little bit more cautious. And maybe that's why the Fool is showing up here. And maybe that's why the Tower is showing up here as well, that there is going to be a little bit of caution. So I'm going to shuffle for one outcome card. And then I'm going to give you an angel card for advice and insight. Another major arcana card, this is Wheel of Fortune. This means a change in fortune here. And this is a pretty interesting card here. This is Mary and Joseph. I believe it's Mary and Joseph because you have the two cows in the stable, the horses in the stable here, and mother, you have Mary with the baby Jesus, and you have Joseph starting a fire here. That's beautiful. So now, it's interesting that they're using the birth, the nativity, to express the Wheel of Fortune here. Because, Joseph and Mary went through a lot. They were looking for a place to stay, and, all they could find was a stable. But yet, even within the poor conditions that they had to stay in, something beautiful happened. And that is a very interesting interpretation of the Wheel of Fortune. That, things might seem rough, but something beautiful, things might seem pretty dismal and depressing, but something beautiful is going to happen out of that. And so, whatever this turbulent romance is going on here, that is turning your life upside down and having you scramble for safety, I think. Um, because I think that's what the Tower and the Fool mean, that you're trying to manage in the chaos that this Queen of Coins and this Judgment card have brought. I think that there's going to be something lovely that evolves at the end of the month or even throughout the year. Don't limit these energies just to February. These energies could actually evolve throughout the year, throughout the future months. So now I am going to shuffle for your Angel Oracle card. Okay, so Leo, your Angel Oracle card is you have Archangel Raphael, and it says, the healing angel is with you and it's supporting your healing work. So maybe this is about healing for you. Um, that's interesting. Maybe there is a physical illness that maybe you've been dealing with, but in regards to love and romance, um, maybe this Queen of Coins has healing that needs to be done. I think that, Leo, you have to, like I said, listen to your instincts. Be cautious. Um, I think this Hierophant might have also a lot to do with the healing um, work as well, the lack of faith or tradition or whatever has fallen apart when we started the reading. Um, I think you'll get out of this hangman. Obviously, the Wheel of Fortune is saying things are going to change for the better for you, Leo. So that was your reading, your special love and relationship reading. Feel free to contact me if you want more clarity about your relationship. I want to thank everyone for subscribing and your wonderful comments and for, contacting me for readings. I really appreciate it. And I will see you in March. Take care.